Hi there, this is Fakir Yogi Virendra Yogi. I want to highlight some of the responsibility of the real estate developers. I have seen so many very poor persons who were laborers, sweepers, cleaners, drivers, corporals, but when they entered in real estate business, overnight they become millionaire. They developed tremendous wealth for themselves, big houses, big cars, big fraternity of their real estate comrades. But I tell you, very few stand to the promises they made to the customers. They have a lot of promises, very lofty, very brilliant, very attractive. Good roads, beautiful electrification, drinking water pipeline, domestic water supply, 24 hours, well-maintained security guards, CCTV cameras, surveillance all the round, beautiful approach road from the main lines, maybe from the outer ring road or to the national highways or to the bypass ways, all promises. And to some extent, dear friends, I tell you, initially, partially they did something, just as sample, some sample, that how the future will look like. The innocent customers believed them, trusted them, and bought some thousands and thousands of plots from such developers. And the developers who were living from hand to mouth now fly in the aeroplane, have all the best cars on earth, Porsche, BMW, Lamborghini, Aston Martin, every pleasure of the earth at their doorstep, love, fame and fortune. But the poor customers who believed them, trusted them, they don't have approach road. No approach road. They have to go through various narrow streets, 10 feet, 15 feet. And sometimes the villagers will kick them, hit them, abuse them, insult them, because they don't have the ability of their roads to give them the service, and sometimes it is blocked. So you have to go zigzag this way, that way, somehow through the bottlenecks to reach your residence. I've experienced in my life and have seen so many developers has created this kind of nefarious, crooked, selfish infrastructure, full of promises, lacking the real existence of such traces even of such kind of promises. What you can say? You can only say the crooked world, the greedy world, the hateful world, the selfish world, they are not bothered for anyone. They don't want to help anyone. They are self-centered, groveling attitude, bestial, forest beasts. They want to survive at the blood of the other citizens. And who can be more softer than those helpless customers who want few yards of land so that they can live their life in some huts, some kind of ordinary structure, because they can never dream to make some beautiful palaces on 100 yards, 200 yards of plots. But they also want to be a stakeholder on the surface of the earth of Mother India. I really request these developers, you have become millionaire and billionaire. You have every facilities at your doorstep. But why you have become so criminal? Why do you commit so much of sins? You have so much money with you. Why didn't you give them approach road, perfectly right from the main lines which you have promised us in your brochures? Why don't you partially fulfill your brochure's commitment? But dear friends, clapping comes when both hands combine together. If these kind of developers think they can escape all kind of responsibility and duties, where are those customers? Customers, I invite you, unite. Unity has the power of laser beamed coherent forces. And India and anywhere in the country, they are very stringent judiciary systems. Justice will ultimately prevail. Truth will prevail. Truth will prevail. As you sow, so you shall reap. The absolute and undeviating law of cause and effect will definitely come into existence. Justice will be done. The suffering and sorrow of what we experience today is the greed and the hate and the jealousy of the cynical minds who have exploited the citizens, who have exploited the customers from their rights to have what they were promised but never fulfilled. They serve themselves. These greedy fellows, the selfish fellows, the monstrous fellows think nothing beyond their narrow, conservative, orthodoxial, greedy attitude. They don't understand what is life. Every wisest man who ever visited the planet Earth said, to be happy is just not enough. Our every thought, word and action should be developed in our mind in such a way that we see a happy world all around us. We should make others happy. That is the true happiness. Living for others is the real meaning of life. You are not going to carry anything, I tell you. I read very less, but I practice very much. When one of the great conquerors of all time of the world, Alexander the Great, conquered almost all known land of the earth's planet surface, and when he was dying because of some mysterious disease, always having high fever, struggling for breath, ultimately he said, he has committed a great blunder by massacring, making blood rivers on the surface of the earth, and he was going empty-handed, without carrying anything. That is a great lesson, because he was a student of Aristotle. Aristotle taught him the real philosophy of life, but he was a monster. He killed his own father, the Emperor Felix, and then he became the emperor himself. And he conquered almost all known world, because that time there was no sea route, otherwise he could have gone to all the American continents also. But whatever connectivity from Greece up to the Indian territory, he has visited here. Criminals, greedy fellows, how long you will be bestials, ignorant, indolent, thoughtless, foolish fellows? Why you live a selfish, giant attitude person? Love your customers, love your fellow citizens. You have never tested what is love. You have never tested what is kindness, compassion, honesty, integrity, humility, generosity. Now develop that test. I tell you, you will be more happy because you have enough. But these greedy fellows, these greedy, bestial, shameless fellows, they don't know what is humanity. They only know cruelty, criminality, terrorism, atrocities, because they are lions and tigers and hyenas and cheetahs and leopards. They feast on the bloods of the innocent people. They will never learn, they have never learned, they will never improve themselves. A very sad part of the mystery of the human nature. Viewers, if you can really Stabilize your mind with these noble thoughts: truth, justice, peace, love, and non-violence, kindness, compassion, honesty, integrity, generosity, affection, cooperation. You will live a very meaningful life. You will have peace of mind. You will have happiness in the true sense of the term. Your family will be prospering because you will not be bleeding the hearts of the innocent people who depends on you. I love you and respect you all. I am just representing the majority, billions victims of such kind of assassinating attitude of the criminals, the cruels, the fools. But they can change their attitude. Just by altering their attitude, their life will be changed. The most heinous and criminals can become the most saintly, great, divine people. Because thought in the mind has made us what we are. By thought was rotten built. They have impure thoughts, that's why they are bestials. Groveling thoughts has made them so criminals. The moment they understand the reality, the truth, they can alter their thoughts and they can alter their world. It is their choice. It is their interest. It is their inclinations and commitment to the style of their livings. I love you all. That's why one of the Indian, the naked fakir said, we should not hate the criminals, but the crime. Nobody is evil. Nobody is devil. Nobody is monster. But the thoughts, that has corrupted them. That has ruined them. Change your attitude. Alter your attitude. And you will alter your life. Thank you, viewers.